Shalom, just a little quick, short little message for the moms out there. Because, I can say I don't have it all together. I think most moms who are genuine and honest will agree that they don't have it all together. So today I had a little scuffle with my children. Well, my children had a little scuffle. Really minor, but I didn't know the right recourse, right? I didn't know what should be the punishment or the consequence, not punishment, the consequence, right? They were waiting for their dessert and they were being a little rambunctious. And so I told them to go pray as a group. I wanted them to go pray about what should follow and that I was going to pray about what should follow. So I took time for myself and they took time for themselves. And so they went and prayed, and there was a little bit of playing, but that's fine. And then I prayed. And in the midst of praying, I felt like I came up with the answer, or I felt like the Almighty had given me the answer for what should be the recourse for their behavior while they're waiting for their dessert. And so we came back and we discussed it. And so, my response was that they had to write a little 5 sentences about like what could be the consequences of their behavior, like what could happen, right? So somebody could get hurt because they were throwing things and whatever, just being a little rough. And so they agreed. And so that's what they went and did. And they went and wrote their little 5 sentences, and my 6-year-old wrote 2 sentences. And then they got their dessert. And so I said that to say a lesson that I'm really trying to take home, that I'm really trying to pick up from Amira. And I hear her do it all the time, and I just love it. Whenever her children are stressing her out, she doesn't, I'm not going to say she doesn't yell, because she probably does. But a lot of times I'll hear her just stop. She stops, whatever it is she's doing, and she just prays out loud. And she says, Almighty Father, I pray that you help my children to understand your 5th commandment, which is honor thy mother and father. I've asked them to go do the dishes. I've asked them to clean their rooms. I've asked them to do the chores, whatever it is that she's asked them to do, right? And they're not listening to me. I pray that you give me the strength and the patience to deal with them, just yada, yada, whatever it is that she says at that moment. And I think that is so beautiful. Like, I tell that to people who, when it's relevant in the conversation. And I think that's so amazing. I'm really trying to get to a point to where I remember to do that, right? I want to do that. I want to be the mom that doesn't spaz, that doesn't yell, that doesn't freak out, that's just like, minute for me, second for me, whatever, and then take it to the Father. Because ultimately he tells us to lay our cares at his feet, right? To give all of our problems to him, to seek him, and that he's going to take care of it. But a lot of times we try and take care of it, right? We try to manage and we try to deal. And it's like, if we could just learn to stop, freeze, take a deep breath, and give it to him, how much better will we be? So I just wanted to share that little word with you for a minute, because it was an opportunity where I actually, not necessarily what Amira does, but I put into place seeking the Father, because I personally believe, right, that I'm not their parent, right? I'm just their babysitter. The Almighty has given these children to me in care of him, right? So whenever there's something going on with them, I stop and I say, look, your kid is doing this. Your kid is sick. Your kid is this, as a babysitter, I give the child whatever medicine the father whatever medicine the parents tell me to give them. They tell me to give them Tylenol, give them Tylenol. If they tell me to give them essential oils, I give them essential oils. They tell them to give CBD oil, whatever it is that they're giving their child. They tell me to give it to them, I give it to them. So when they're sick, I don't stress, or try not to stress. I go to the Father and I say, hey, look, your kid is sick. What medicine or what medical recourse do you want me to take for your child's sickness that they have, X, Y, and Z? So, and same thing applies to their behavior, right? So when they're acting up, it's like, let's not focus so much on what they're doing, right? And give it over to prayer and ask the Father, how does he want me to mitigate their behavior or what they're doing, right? Because ultimately, there's no book, right? He has given us in his word how to raise these children, but there's a lot of in-betweens that we need help with, that we don't have the answers to. So ask him, what are the answers? How can you help me to better care for your children? So I hope maybe that blessed somebody. I know it was a blessing to me. It is continuing to be a blessing to me. May we all be able to take a breath and pause and pray in our moments of high intensity, stressful situations. I love you today. I'm back. Shalom.